Now for our cooking segment today, your favorite chef, Chef Ruby, is in the house. Every time she's here, everyone goes to grab their bowls because we know that we'll be full by the end of the segment. And today we're going to make a very interesting meal. It's a mouthful, so I'll take my time. Greek chickpea salad with arugula and chicken liver. It's going to be delicious. She brought a lot of chicken. She brought a lot of veggies. If you're home, grab what you can. Grab your chicken, grab your lettuce, grab your cucumber, grab your tomatoes. We're going to have a blast. And of course, if you have any questions for us, let us know. The hashtag to use is Breakfast Daily. And the WhatsApp line is 0550585832. If you're outside Ghana, you can use the country code +233 and we will get your messages. Of course, Chef Ruby is the CEO and head chef of Chapter 1 restaurant. If you've not been there, then you're missing out. They are right near the airport, Kuala. She'll share their social media handles with us so that if you want to take your family out to enjoy the meal that we're going to have today, you can do that as well. Chef Ruby, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I am extremely well.
Thank you so much for being with us. You look so refreshed.
It's all that natural stuff.
What are we making today?
Today, I wanted us to experiment with some really reasonable value for money type of ingredients. I think a lot of the time, when we go through, we talk about the salads, people are like, oh, that, it's quite expensive and things. But today I actually brought chicken liver, which is actually a lot more cheaper than actually the chicken itself. Really? And a lot of the time, apart from grilling the chicken liver, I think that's the most I've seen. I don't even see that on like sort of the gas stations and stuff. No. But it's actually a very nutritious part of the meat in terms of protein. So it's really good. So I also wanted, as always, I want colors in the salads because I think that, we eat with our eyes first, literally. And by this point in Ghana, we are blessed at the moment. There's a lot of people doing things like vegetables, different growth. So we have cucumbers that are freely available and quite affordable. We have locally grown cherry tomatoes. We have peppers. We have the lettuce. Our arugula salad that we're using is locally done. Wow. So we're not adding all this foreign stuff that's on the market. We're saying what is here. Today we're using chickpea. And this is literally a can of chickpea. But you would be okay to also use black-eyed beans. You also would be okay to use Barbara beans or like what do you call it? Like even red kidney beans as well. You can use it. So this is really a beanie sort of salad. Okay. And what I wanted to do is actually, normally I'll just mix a lot of things up. What I want to do today is actually arrange them in a way that is quite presentable for you to see. So in the salad, as always,
I have a confession to make because I tried the salad we did the last time with the millet at home over the weekend. I think I poured too much lemon. First of all, I tried fonio, but I overcooked the fonio itself. So it came out looking like
I actually think that we're actually going to do a whole fonio session
one day. So my salad ended up looking so soggy. It didn't taste the way it did when we did it together.
That's what you don't want to do. But I think unfortunate thing is in this particular studio we do not have a cooking station, and that is coming soon.
Okay, so we
will have opportunity. A lot of these things, like they literally 5-10 minutes. It's not that long.
And I think I poured too much lemon and olive oil. I just made it too.
You just got
excited. I got excited. So take your time, guys.
You got excited. So what would actually be best is, in terms of this situation, we could actually put a recipe up for people to actually know the exact recipe to follow, which would be much more better.
You help us do that.
Of course, we could do that because there's no point people not be able to do this thing. If we come and do all this and all that. But it just, I wanted people to be familiar with a lot of the ingredients in your fridges and realize that apart from the stews and the soups and all that, the same ingredients can also do this thing. Exactly, and the beef stews.
Let's delve right in.
So we have today here, we have the arugula, which is the rocket lettuce, and we just do one person's bowl. And the great thing with salad is it could be plenty, but actually, you know, cucumbers full of water. The calorie content is nothing. Okay. I like peppers are fantastic vitamin C, so it's always great to have something. So if you even see the look of this, it almost feels like you could almost do a stir fry with it. But actually, you know, it's really juicy and it's nice and it's tasty. I personally love cherry tomatoes. I think it has really sweet, concentrated taste. Okay. So it makes the thing really nice.
Is there a difference between the yellow and the red, or you just like it for the colors?
No, actually it has slight different taste. Okay. And it's quite nice. I like the combination in there. I brought in feta cheese, which is nice and Greeky.
Look how beautiful it is on the screen. Oh, you guys came back to me. I was admiring how beautiful it looks on the screen right there.
In there, and I mean, this is literally a big bowl of dinner. Yeah, so it's not like
it will literally fill you up.
Definitely.
Because when you think of salad, you're like, oh, maybe peppermint noon type thing.
No. This one you can eat. We got some chickpea. And the great thing is, you know, remember we always say texture. Yeah. Texture is fantastic. And what I've done with this chicken liver is I just sauteed it, meaning that I seasoned it, some nice bit of pepper. Okay. And then I sauteed it. And then I've got these nice pieces.
Let me help you.
Nice pieces.
Yeah.
And I just want to cut it so people can see it.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's a very soft texture.
Okay.
And it's creamy. So this one I put, actually, I sauteed it with a little bit of suya powder. That's what I did to bring a little bit of ourselves. So a lot of this time, actually with this, you could almost have like a kebab left over. And you're doing like a salad with it. So I've got my bit of liver over here. Ooh. So my salad is already beginning to look like a certain way. You know me and avocados.
You love avocado.
I just think that it just adds a bit of a texture to salad, and it's a good fat. So I don't want to sort of spend all that time putting a lot of oily dressing onto my salad. So I tend to prefer putting avos in there, just so that I can get a little bit of the sort of the oil, but it's a good sort of fat. Really, it's a good sort of fat. So we're going to put that over here and things.
I like that most of these ingredients are locally sourced.
Oh, they're very much so. I think the idea that, you know, every time that we have to make these things, because we foresee as being foreign, that we have to go in there and buy all these foreign ingredients.
What is that?
So this is a dressing, which the recipe we will post. It has oregano, it has some onions in there, has lemon, it has olive oil and sunflower oil. Wow. The thing with olive oil, if you make your salad dressing with pure olive oil, actually doesn't taste nice. It has a little bit of a nutty thing to it. It's very strong and concentrated. So actually for dressings, it's better to have a little bit of sunflower oil, a little bit of olive oil as a combination. It has a bit of local honey as well in there as well. So
the dressing alone, like we need a lesson on dressing.
Definitely. And I think the thing with dressings is, and I think we should actually, maybe next time I'm here, that's what we'll do. If you are able to get a lot of this dressing done, and it's literally a bottle situation, all ingredients goes in, you shake it, you have it in your fridge, you know what is going in there. And it's also much fresher than what is being sitting on the market for such a long time. So for me, I tend to, I always say that when I'm at least busy, then I'll make some of these things. Like at the moment, I've got a lovely wasabi like Thai dressing in my fridge, because over the weekend I was like, oh, I fancy this. Let me put it in the fridge. And actually what that does is it allows a lot of my people in my house who are already geared towards sort of vegetables. So over the weekend we did like a roast carrots and cabbage. You know, a lot of the time people overcook these things and it's not quite tasty. But when you roast it, you get every bit of that season in there. So that's what we did. So this, we have it. We put a little bit of a dressing on here. And then what you allow the eater to do is actually see all these colors, and then they themselves will mix this up.
Zoom in on that plate.
Listen, they themselves will mix this particular thing up.
Wow.
And you know, we, like I said, we eat with our eyes. And we Ghanaians, we like a bit of meat. So to me, something like this being there, all of a sudden it's like,
but we have these too.
So we do the salad. We always have some little bit of herbs, and I like flat leaf parsley in everything. I think in salad, instead of your normal lettuce, have your lettuce, cut it how you want, but a little bit of this. And nowadays you go to the market, they're like, one seed is plenty, a little bit in there, and you change the whole taste of that particular thing. And it's also a great thing to garnish with it. So I would normally put a bit of that in a salad. It's not something that is strong, but what it does is it has a very healthy,
earthy feel to it.
Earthy feel to it, and it allows at least a little bit different flavor. So also with the chicken liver, the reason why when I sauteed it, I put a little bit of suya powder onto it is that, you see, if we want to eat food like this, we need to be familiar with some of the ingredients in there. All of a sudden, someone says, "Oh, I saw chef doing a salad. I'm going to try it," and you have never had anything like that. So all of a sudden, it's like, "Hey, it's not quite going as I want." But if you get a bit of familiarity into the taste, all of a sudden you realize the combination is quite nice. And for me as a chef, as a food developer and a creator of these things, is that I want you to have different textures so that you don't actually mix other things and you'll be thinking, oh, maybe I should have cooked it. Because the whole thing is the tomatoes is soft enough that it feels like it's cooked. The cheese is soft enough that it feels like it's cooked. The bean stew is soft enough, it feels like something that will be in a red. So by the time you have all this taste combination, and the thing with lemon and vinegars and that is really good because it allows you not to also put too much salt. Because the lemon cuts out a lot of the salt and the vinegar is good like that. So when you actually, a lot of the time, I remember I did the diabetic cookbook for the UK, Diabetic and Stroke Association over there. I wrote a recipe book for them. And what we use is, the whole thing is, you know, salt is one of those barriers that too much of it when you have stroke is quite a problematic. So try to use things like the lemons and the vinegars, which is, it will help to cut out your amount that you use for salt.
You should come back when we do meals to consider when you're diabetic, because some of them really struggle. What are we going to use this or
no, this is fine. This is how the parsley look like when you first buy it.
So you chopped it up into
parsley. If you also have things like a little bit of olive at home, which nowadays practically everybody has a tin in your house, then that's also a little bit that you can add to it. But I want the salad to be your own, because I think,
so you pick your own ingredients and
we will definitely post a recipe. But I think allow yourself to taste something. I do these things with my kids when I say, you know, taste the champion. At the end of the day, you cannot complain and whinge about it unless you have tasted the thing, literally. But olives, they can be a bit expensive. But I think if it's you're going on to this diet, it's worth investing in a decent one. Don't automatically go for the sort of the cheapest thing that is there. Maybe you go, you more like the shops that they have the olives displayed that you can actually pick bits, and you don't need as much because olive is also quite fatty, but it's a healthy fat. So when you're thinking about a bit of olive, a bit of avocado, then think about your dressing again. Don't do all this wonderful salad and then plaster it with some mayonnaise because it feels like it needs to be white or something like that.
This is gorgeous, Chef Ruby. So where do we find your restaurant? Where do we find you? Because I know people are watching and they would want to come and taste it for themselves.
I think more or less where to find me. At the moment, I'm currently doing the Supper Club. And the Supper Club is all about things like this, teaching people in their homes, organizing their dinner parties for them, so that we can actually, in this time when we can't all be out, all over the place. We can actually have one-on-one and to help families to really look at how they eat and to make it interesting.
Where do we sign up?
So you call me 020-639-2311. And it's been great. I've had a lot of young people contacted me who wants to be chefs, and we are talking and we are looking at how they have to be disciplined. I have a magazine coming out called The Foodie.
Nice.
And The Foodie, the articles in it talks about those things, like what it takes to be a chef. Being a chef there's a lot of leadership to it.
Yeah.
And then also a lot of our ingredients where we have diversified it with lots of different recipes in there.
Don't give it all away. Your social media as well.
Yeah, definitely. We got that coming out, which I'm very excited. And it's really for people that love food and industry people. Go, definitely. We'll put it out on Instagram and Facebook.
Your Instagram handle?
Instagram is just Chef Ruby. So we got chapter 1. We got a lot coming in the next month. So we're very excited. So I will reveal it all when I'm here next time.
Thank you so much, Chef Ruby, for being with us.
You're so welcome.
Thank you, Aho, for staying. So now you can become your own chef. Just call her or follow her on Instagram and you will learn how to make all these things yourself. Hi there. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on Citi TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on Citi TV.